the fear of God or the love of money?
We all love money.
Yes.
I like money, as in money or money. You can love money and still struggling with the extra desire the Bible is talking about. She was broke, I was broke. One of my lecturers just called us. One person just gave us 1K. On getting the chapel that day, they said, God is saying we should sow. I just looked at Father, so waiting. That we have not eaten. We don't always expect that because I have given my last kobo to God, God is going to give me money.
You are listening to our one-on-one conversation series on Faith and Life podcast, where faith meets real life. I am Faleye Orioluwa, and today we are exploring the fear of God or the love of money. And when we hear the fear of God versus the love of money, what comes to our mind? Have we at any point in time have a defined concept of what each personality is? And when we have that knowledge of that, it helps us to know who to pay more reference to. And that is why we have our guest seated with us here. You're welcome, ma.
Thank you.
Yes, ma, we would love to meet you.
I am Shona Yopemi Uluwakemi, a member of the Triumphant Baptist Church over the Estate Apata.
Right.
I'm a mother of two, a civil servant, and hustler, as in hustler. Thank you.
You're welcome once again, ma.
Thank you.
All right, ma. Okay, we would love to know what the fear of God means in a practical, everyday sense.
The fear of God. The Bible says the fear of God is the beginning of wisdom.
Yes, ma.
But if you want to bring it to practical life, the fear of God is just being conscious of everything you want to do. The way you talk, the way you react, the way you do everything. Like, what will Jesus say? What will Jesus do? How will if Jesus is here, will I be able to do this? That is how to just simplify what the fear of God is about.
Thank you so much, ma.
Thank you.
At what point does the desire for money becomes love for money?
There is just a thin line, and I must be honest with you. We all love money.
Yes.
I like money, as in money or money. Well, the love for money and the desire for money is almost the same thing. But by the time it becomes what we feel I would do anything for, that is when it becomes dangerous. I need to buy a car, I will need money. Then when I become desperate, like even if it's going to take me to steal your car or steal your money to get it, then it's dangerous. That is when it becomes the extra love for money. The Bible calls it the love for money. It is just wrong. When we begin to put it at the expense of every other thing, when we don't mind what other people feel about it, when we feel money or money, whatever is going to, even if I'll kill, I have to have money. Even if I will go to one shrine to just do anything, do this, do that, cut my finger, do this, then that is when it becomes dangerous.
Okay, thank you, ma. Can a person genuinely love God and still struggle with the love for money?
Sure. The present day we have, it's really difficult. Well, I posted something on my WhatsApp yesterday. It's really funny. That was why I posted it. The person was saying, even the money he had seriously worked for, he cannot even account for it. Do you understand? So genuinely, you can love money and still struggling with the extra desire the Bible is talking about. Because the present day Nigeria, even when you walk in and out doing everything you can, you still feel like, oh, I still have to get this. Then if one is not careful, the desperation comes in. It's when the desperation comes in that it becomes dangerous. And as a child of God, or let me say as a normal human being self, if one is not careful, the desperation comes in and one is not taking notes, then it takes the desire. And that is the dangerous part.
Okay, ma. Yes, ma, you were talking about even this today's world, and which leads me to ask that in today's world where survival is somehow, how can we balance our faith and our financial ambition?
That's should I call that a dangerous question? Well, we will be able to balance it if we are able to train ourselves. And training ourselves is not what is going to start now. As children, as growing adults, before we have that thing we desire, how have we been able to tame our desires? Like, okay, God, I need this. If God is providing today, what are you doing with it? God, I need pencil. I need 2 pencils tomorrow. My daddy cannot afford it. As a child in the house, have we been able to tame our children that even when you have 2 pencils, there is a need to still see reason to keep one? Not that you are going to flaunt it that, oh, it's available. Then, as we go into that, it's not what can happen suddenly. No, we have to just grow into it. And if by error or by mistake of past, we have not tamed ourselves, it's not too late. All we have to do is just that even when we have that which we desire, we should first think about God, think about others and yourself. There's this popular saying I grew up into while growing up. They said, you means God, yourself, others. So even, sorry, God, others, and you must always come last. You must always come last. So by the time you put others ahead of everything, then it's easier.
Okay, ma. Can you share a moment where your faith was tested in the area of money?
Well, the one of the ones I could remember, I will share one when I was at the university. I have friends, so we keep things together. She was broke, I was broke. One of my lecturers just called us. One person just gave us 1K. On getting the chapel that day, they said, God is saying we should sow. I just looked at her that so waiting. That we have not eaten. She was just looking at me that we will sow. I come off face, so waiting. Well, with time, she said, since we have Gary, let's just give. Can your faith carry it? I said, since you said we should do, we did. And immediately after chapel, another lecturer called us and gave us 5K.
Wow.
It was, honestly, that was one of the things that broke me about giving. It broke me because it made me know that God will always come through. Especially if it is God that is telling you, go ahead. Then another thing that challenged me was, well, sometimes, let me just put it that it's a challenge, although we don't always expect that because I have given my last kobo to God, God is going to give me money. There are some other blessings God will give us. There was a day I came to church with just 1,000. That 1,000, I don't even intend to give it as offering. Let me just keep 1,000. Somebody that girl just told me, go and give this person. I was like, no. This is all I have. I struggled with it. I gave the person eventually. The next morning, the person just sent a text, a voice note that I won't believe that is all they have in their house. That they don't have food. She left house. She trekked to church. Like, mommy, where are you going to? I'm going to church. Let me go. I believe God will provide. And this is me, that I have food at home. I just have 1,000. Let me keep my 1,000. I felt blessed, like, wow, so I am meeting it. So sometimes it's beyond what God will give us. Sometimes we are just giving much more than what we think. The blessing is beyond monetary, is beyond financial. But most times we feel since we have given to God, God should just give us money in return. Thank you.
Ma. I would add that what practical help would you advise believers on how to guard their heart against love for money?
Like I said, we all love money. Let's just try our best to guide our desires. Let's not think whatever it is we have is too much to share with others, to share with God. I believe once we are sharing with others, we are sharing with God since we can't see God. But if you are impacting in me today, I think it's what God is going to like. Let's not feel whatever it is, that thing you think is too small with you. Oh, it's building a mansion for someone else. So let's just create a space in our hearts. Like I used to tell people that no matter what, if they are contributing anything anyway, even if it is just 200 naira you can give, put it there. Because if they remove your 200 naira from that, that amount will not be balanced again. So in a way, you have done your best. Don't think anything is too small, anything is too big. You don't know the need you are meeting. You are just doing it until the testimony comes and you know that, wow, I have actually done a good thing.
All right.
And the Lord will help us.
Thank you very much, ma. Okay, to call it a day,
Thank you.
Want to ask that for someone who noticed that he has prioritized money, like money has taken God's place in his heart, what can the person do?
See, that's a serious one. because the person needs to first accept on his own. There is no someone that can help such person. No, there is no sermon, because you need to make me see reason why this money that I have worked for is not just for me. So it's just going to take a very, 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 it's like an addiction. So it's going to take a very conscious effort. The person should just be conscious about the fact that, oh, this thing, I want to change it. Like we want to change all of our old and bad habits. So the person should just be intentional about it. Like, okay, once I have money, let me set a standard for myself. Once I have any kind of money, the first thing I have to do is think about this, think about that. Okay, I will give God tithes. I would buy food. Oh, there's somebody in my neighborhood. Let me just give small. It doesn't have to be very big. If the person can start, you earn 1 million, just start with 1,000 naira. Start to give. And with time, you get used to it and it's easier.
All right, thank you so much. Like, this has been a wonderful one, ma. Thank you so much, ma. And I'm glad our listeners could wait. They could even hear this to the end. Thank you so much. I want you to remember, this is where faith meets real life.